Hello everybody and welcome to my life lately. So today I'm going to be doing a flip through of half of my year. Basically, I'm going to try to kind of give you guys a glimpse of how my A5 common planner has been working for me and what isn't working, kind of what's been going on. You guys haven't been seeing a whole lot of videos from me lately, and I do want to apologize about that. I'm trying to figure out a good routine. We just got back from a vacation, so that's kind of been a whole thing. I was planning on making a plan with me, and then I didn't get enough time to film prior to us leaving for the vacation, so I couldn't even post a plan with me for this current week. So I'm just gonna jump right in and give you guys a kind of inside look as to what's been going on these past couple months. Everything in the past is going to be more in detail if you check out my channel. I have, flip throughs of each month, except for the past 2 months. So I will go a little more into detail for the past 2 months, but we'll kind of skim through everything in the beginning too. So nothing really changed here. I've noticed that I'm getting like little spots and stuff that make it seem a little funky, but I still really love this page. The way that I set this up, it's gonna be hard to beat for next year's planner. I have to give myself so much credit because I love how this front just turned out. And then this page, of course, I love how it all turned out with the florals, and then the florals of the monthly or the yearly calendar. And then of course I added a sticker midway through. So yeah, I did my letter to me for 2024. I did a little collage of pictures that I really liked from last year. And yeah, so far so good. My highlights are looking pretty decent. There isn't a whole lot that I'm highlighting in the past couple months, but I'll go back and definitely fill it in if I come across a page I would like to check out again. My habit trackers, I was doing really good at the beginning of the year. Then we get into the second quarter and I fell off the wagon here in May, and then of course in a little bit of June. And then July. We are on July, I believe we are in the 9th. So I need to go back and try to remember if I did some of these things or what. Yeah. But either way, I need to keep up on my habit tracker because it's important. And I think next month in August, I'm going to change a couple things again, but we'll see. But yeah, so far we're doing okay. My monthlies, I don't really look back on a whole lot unless I'm getting ready for the week and I gotta check to make sure, an appointment was added to my weekly or things like that. So March, I kind of fell off the wagon on my video tracker. I did really good in January, but February, March, those have been kind of a little rough for me. And I definitely wanted to keep up with writing what videos I got up, but I did not keep up with that when April came around. So yeah, we got May. May was a really good one, but May, Gage had left for a while for work and he didn't get back until the middle of June. So it was definitely a chaotic month for that month. And I went ahead and I did this without the camera. I set it up because by the time that I even got around to doing any sort of filming, it was way past the middle of June. So yeah, it's been a rocky road for the last 2 months for me. I'm starting to get back on it. This month, this one got switched, so I was debating on if I wanted to do the sticker remover and just pop it in over here and change the time, but I have stickers for redoing, so I guess it all depends. And I'm back into the forgetting to write down my videos again. But yeah, so July is a busier busier month. We didn't end up going to the tie-dye Tuesday today because we actually ended up going to the water park and the pool yesterday. So I spent the day out with my mom and my niece, and yeah, so we will probably do a tie-dye on one of the Saturdays that I'm off, that if they have it, then I'll do it then. But yeah, I really want to get me and Kalani little bucket hats and tie-dye them, and maybe one for my husband. Kinsey is a little yet. She probably won't even fit in a bucket hat, but I definitely want to do bucket hats this year because last year we did t-shirts, and I think the bucket hats would be fun for summertime anyway. So then we're gonna go ahead and jump into my weeklies. So the first quarter of the year, we got January, February, did pretty good up until this week when I started to fall off the wagon here, but then I made up for it with a very awesome coffee themed spread, and then we're doing pretty good again, and this is all in March. I definitely need to figure out a better use for my bottom portion because it was looking a little bit sparse in some of these weeks, and then I always fall off the wagon on Saturday and Sundays because I'm too excited about getting ready or getting set up for the following week. So that tends to happen. It's normal. I feel like it happens with a lot of people, so don't, if you're one of those people, don't put pressure on yourself to try to backfill it. If it bothers you, then of course go ahead and do that. But if it really doesn't bother you and you can just kind of see, okay, I was busy during this time, or I had a lot of things going on in my plate and I just could not get myself to check back in with my weekly, just remember that those times happen and it's gonna be okay. But yeah, so we get into April and May here, getting into May. I was still pumping, so I was doing my work pumps, and I was still recording those. That was fun. And then May, this was my first week off. Yes, my first week off. I think I went to work. I don't remember. Clearly, if I don't write in things, I don't remember. And then this week, I actually filmed it and then never uploaded it, so I apologize. I did have this plan with me, but it was not good. And the week previous, obviously, I did not keep up with it. Whenever I go and visit my mother-in-law, I tend to like not pull out my planner like I would if I was at home, and that shows clearly. But this week actually turned out so cute. I used some of the subscription stickers, and what do you know, I still failed at this. It was super cute. We didn't end up going to work a whole lot this week because we were sick, so it ended up being a really messed up week anyway. And then we get into June, like the first week, full week of June. I did not plan in my weekly, as you can see. Then the second week of June, I did not plan in that week as well. Third week of June, still no planning in my weeklies. So this was a major fail, and you know, part of me wanted to go back and try to fill things in, but I'll tell you what, if my dailies weren't lining up too, it was hard to even think about what I was doing. Like, what was I doing? This must have been like my first week off of work, and clearly I did not do a whole lot. So then we get into this really fun week, and I wish I finished it because look at how cute this would have been. I know it's chaotic, but it just makes me feel really good about how productive, or like all of the things we got done during the days. I like seeing that. So I guess for some people this could look very chaotic, but to me, in my brain, it works. And yeah, so I loved how this one turned out. And then of course we get into the week following that, and nothing. This is the first week of July. I did not plan with me. And then of course because we're on the 9th today. I still have not set up a, plan with me for this week. I may or may not jump in and do that, but I think I'm just going to turn around and, set up the following week, so that way I don't feel stressed about back planning or doing any of that stuff. So far the weeklies have been a little bit more like time consuming to fill out. As you can see, there is a lot more stickers involved. It's almost harder to keep up with because I'm no longer chunking out a portion of time to my work day. And those times were nice because then I only needed to highlight like 3 things a day that I was able to do when I was home. But because I'm home all day, or we're busy doing things, it's harder for me to keep up with this way of planning. So we'll see how I'm able to continue. Maybe I need to figure out something else that works for me. But for now, we're just trying to get by, right? But so far, I still love this planner. I love the size of it, especially for journaling. I like how, it's perfect. I actually added the January vellum here. I did that later on in the year. I don't remember when. You guys probably have seen it already, but I can't remember when I put that in. But yeah, and then we go into my dailies, which have been working really well, kind of making it look a little bit like the Hobonichi, where you have like the column and then you have your space. I know in Helen's Hobonichi, she draws a line to kind of, border between your journaling and your to-dos. But yeah, this overall was one of my favorite planners so far, because I just like how much I'm able to journal. I do not really like not having everything filled out, and that was kind of overwhelming at first. But then eventually I ended up just kind of getting over that and realizing, hey, it's okay to not have a full day of journaling or, doodles or something. You don't have to fill it out completely. So then we get into February, and this is where I started to really hone in on, okay, we're starting a new month. Let's kind of do a recap of everything. So that's what I started to do. I think February and March were my months of, okay, I gotta really hone in on those kind of things. Basically pulling everything into one day and not really writing much about that day in particular, but more so of the month or what I'm going to be up to for the following month. But yeah, so I love the amount of space that's in this planner. I don't think I would want to go back to a B6 because I can put a full picture on here and still have tons of room of journaling. But for some people that could be very intimidating if you don't do a lot of pictures and you do more journaling. I did a tip-in, which was really fun. I never done that before. Or tip-in of paper, so more journaling space. But yeah, so that is how that portion of the year is going. We get into March, and then I started filling up my space with a bunch of doodles and just trying to keep it full so I didn't stress myself out. But yeah, so March, get in. I loved that I was able to put this many pictures in my B6. I could, but I probably would have had this much journaling space if I did that. So I really like that about the A5. Okay. Then let's see. Easter, jumping into April. Yeah, so here you can see that I started to kind of keep up with my planning channel and my plants channel, just some of the subscribers amount. Not that I'm trying to base everything off that, but it's just nice to see how much I've grown in just a month span. So I did that starting that month, I believe. And then I messed up and had the wrong days. See, whoopsies, wrong day. So it was a mess here too, but. And then this April 16, April 14, like sometime in April is when I began to start feeling like just like a robot, I guess is the best way to describe it. And I wasn't starting to feel as creative as normal. I was using very little stickers. And then when I had the time, I was able to, add more stickers, but like that was Sunday, so I had the time to do it. And then, so I was trying to fill up space with doodles because I didn't really have a whole lot to talk about, and like pictures and stuff. So, and I love this little sticky note. It's so cute. It's like a little email. It's perfect. But I know I've gotten into this stuff already. Like daily robot. Like I've been genuinely feeling like that a lot lately. So we get into May. Now I don't think I really talked a whole lot about May. I don't think I did a flip through for May. So if I haven't, or if I have, this is going to be a recap of that. But basically, welcome to the shit show. I drew a little toilet with a planter and stuff. I actually saw a toilet at the end of the road, somebody's driveway, and I thought twice about picking it up and bringing it home and planting little flowers in it and having a little sign that says welcome to the shit show. Kind of like a welcome sign, but a little more creative, I guess. I did not end up getting that toilet, so for those of you guys who are probably really grossed out, I promise you I didn't do it, but it was a thought of mine every time that I would drive by that for quite some time. Here I was excited because I was doing some planting. We planted a honey crisp apple tree. We also planted a Granny Smith apple tree and a peach tree. So that was really exciting. Not this day in particular, but we did end up going back and picking up some more plants. I tried planting some strawberries. Those did not really work out. I ended up throwing like parts of an old strawberry, or like a strawberry that we, cut apart into a bucket. And I think I've got a strawberry plant growing now, but I don't think I'm actually going to get any strawberries from it because I don't know. I don't think it's an ever-bearing or whatever. So we'll see. It does kind of look like there's a strawberry plant coming, but it's also covered in weeds too. So it's a mess. You guys, my whole planting thing is a fail right now. I was doing some planning for my patio here. Here I was supposed to go to Muffins with Mommy at her school, but they actually, Kalani got sick, so we didn't actually go to school or work that day. Instead, we did donuts with Mom instead. I ended up just taking the girls to a local donut shop, picking out some donuts and bringing them home. And then she was feeling a little better, so we ended up eating them. And I took a picture because I was so upset I wasn't going to have my donuts with Mommy pictures with the girls at their school. So we did that for the Mother's Day thing. And yeah, so as you can see, like I just started going downhill when it came to journaling. I was feeling like I wasn't filling the space properly, and yeah. I did a 9-month check or update for Kinsey here because it was May 13th, but in this picture here, I kind of doodled our front porch or front of the house to try to like plan out how I wanted to do my plants. And you guys, I've still failed at this. Like this portion of my house looks sort of done, but there's no plants planted there. It's yeah, a work in progress that probably won't get done until next year maybe. I don't know. And my lilac bushes aren't looking too good. I've been keeping them in the back here, and they look cruddy. I don't know. And then yeah, so then we get into my countdown because I was so excited for a vacation. But as you can see, I was really just not doing 100% my best when it came to planning. This was a part of my order that I was going to show you guys, and for some reason I lost all of the footage, but I did happen to use the planning or the washies in this planner. Normally I use it in my other planner, but then we get to May 19th and I was working on the patio that honestly did not end up working out, and as you can see, this still isn't working. And it was everything. It was my planner isn't working for me because I was stressed about having to keep up on it, and like I just felt like I wasn't feeling creative, and that the fact that my patio situation wasn't going the way I wanted it to. And you guys, laying down like the cement pads and trying to make them flat on sand is absolutely horrendous. It is so terrible, and people are like, well, you have to use sand to try to level it, but there's so much sand there that it doesn't matter how much I move it. The second somebody steps on one of those patio things, it moves itself, and then it's no longer level because of how much sand is there. And people are like, you need to dig it out and try to redo it. And I'm like, there's so much sand there that if I would try to dig that out, I would need like a little to dig it all out, because whoever built this house put that sand there purposefully to fill that void. And I think it was so dumb, but I can't do anything about it, so it might end up being a little less than what I wanted it to be, but we'll see. Then we get into this day. I needed to just clean the house. I needed to focus on everything but laying down patio panels, whatever you call them. And then Kalani's pre-K graduation. She looked so cute in this picture. But yeah, that turned out cute. And this was also me and my husband's 2-year wedding anniversary. But as you can see, you guys, I love my family. And the fact that I didn't write a whole lot makes me really sad that I was going through this phase, because here again, I have nothing to show for the time that I, spent with my family. And it makes me really sad, because look at that would be Wednesday was a somewhat good day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all fails, and including Monday. And then we get back to work, and I started doing a countdown to finishing work and not being full-time anymore. So I was super excited about that, but we got sick, and yeah, so we were at home, and it was crazy. And then of course I'm still not feeling like journaling like I was, so I just like taped down this little bubble card from the Coffee Monsters Co. to fill up some of the space, and I thought it was cute, and it kind of went with the June theme with the blue. But you guys, this is just not good. We get into June, right? So here is the start of June. I did my stats update, and then I kind of did a little overview of the day and what we did. And then here we jump into this page, and now I used some of the leftover envelope to tape on here, and I did some coffee, and this was really cute. I was feeling really creative this day. I actually went through a Marshmallow studio order, and I filmed it, and for some reason all of the footage is just not there anymore. I don't know what happened. It's a mess. Then we get back into this day, and of course not feeling it towards the end of the day. And then Wednesday I tried to journal, and yeah, I was stressed about how our payment for the birth for Kinsey was explained, and how my older sister paid less for her birth, and she had a C-section, and I had no epidural, no medications, and all this other stuff, and we're paying over $6,000 for the birth. So I was a little mad about that, and yeah, then having no more motivation again. So we get into this day, and this is a Thursday, so I'm pretty sure I worked, maybe? I don't remember, you guys, and this is sad. But yeah, so Thursday, I was getting excited because I only had one more day until I was done. But yeah, so then I was kind of going with a black and white theme because I wasn't really, I don't know. And my boss ended up asking me, because he always takes like the people who are about to leave and they've, been there for a while, he takes them out for lunch. And I personally am not somebody who really wants to go out for lunch with just my boss and me. And so, especially going to like a restaurant and just sitting there and having a conversation with just one other person that I don't know how to explain it. It just made me feel like a little like worried about my last day. So I just told him, pizza's fine. I don't mind having pizza with the rest of the guys. And so he ended up doing a pizza party for me on my last day. I took it off.
Why?
Because if you need it, then you just plug it back in. But yeah, so yeah. All that being said, I have just gone through a lot of days and so like this day, I had no motivation to journal, to do anything. And I don't even know if I was busy. I don't really know what was going on because I didn't journal anything. And then we get into the first day that I was off. I didn't have to get up for work. And yeah, it was crazy. And I liked how I did my like how cute this ended up looking. But then you get into the next day and it was raining, and I don't even know, you guys. And I get back into feeling creative again after a couple of days of not being in my journal at all. I was filming this day. And then this day I just felt like rotting in bed. I didn't feel like doing anything. Gage was gone again. And this day, Kinsey started crawling. So that was really exciting. Yeah. And then this one was really fun because I just used leftovers from all of my little washi stickers that I no longer needed. I could have still used, I'm sure, but I no longer needed them, so I put them all down there. And then Home Sweet Home. Yeah, I don't remember. Just being home is so nice. But yeah, and then my oldest has been on a kick of waking up multiple times in the night, and she's done it quite a bit now since we've been off, and I don't really know why. But she's been waking up multiple times in the night. This night she happened to soil the bed, and so I had to get up and change that. But like most of the time it's her just waking up trying to crawl into the bed, and that's not happening. And then this was the last day of June. It was Sunday. We had my dad's family reunion, and yeah, we took some pictures, and not everybody was really feeling like taking pictures with me that day, but I definitely got some cute ones, I think. And yeah, I do it yearly where we're at the same park having our lunch, and I just make sure I get updated pictures of the girls in the same spots, and it always turns out so cute. But yeah, so I did a little update, and then we also had my niece's birthday because her birthday is July 1st. So So I did a Goodbye June and then Hello July. And this one that looks so cute. I actually had the time to sit here and make it look super, super nice. And I'm really happy with how the first day of July was looking. But then, of course, we get into a day where I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how the heck I'm gonna make this happen, because we were leaving for my mother-in-law's house on Wednesday, so I was starting to make a packing list so I wouldn't forget anything. And of course, I just fell off the wagon when it came to journaling. And some of the times when we are on our little road trips, Gage is the one that usually drives, but lately it's been me that's driving, so I don't actually get the chance to journal while we are on the road trip, and that's usually how I'm able to keep up with it. But of course, this week I did not. So July 4th, we did a whole lot of fun things, don't get me wrong, but by the time the day was over, did not feel like journaling. And July 5th, same thing. We were doing a bunch of fun things. We had a baby shower to go to and all of this, and I did not have the time to even open up my book this whole weekend because we were just there. And then we ended up heading home, and then Sunday was like an unpacking, trying to get everything washed and reset up for the week. And of course, you guys, I don't know. This was yesterday, and oh yeah, so no, today's Wednesday. Sorry. I'm sitting here thinking it was Tuesday still. But yeah, so yesterday I had a moment where I could finally sit down and journal for a little bit, and that's as far as I got. So we're back on July 10, which is today, and you know what? I haven't even opened it. It is already 3 o'clock. I made my coffee before I laid Kinsey down, and then it took me about an hour to get her to fall asleep, which is not normally like her. She usually falls asleep pretty quickly, but my coffee is cold now, and I'm over here trying to, journal or trying to film, and I'm just thinking to myself, by the time I'm able to even start looking at journaling, it'll be a little later than 3 p.m., and it's just frustrating that I'm dealing with this sort of drought, because, this to me looks so cute, and I would love for my dailies to continue to look cute. But you guys, I'm just in one of those spurts of I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. I'm trying to figure out a routine that works for me, and I feel like I'm failing as far as the planning world goes. So if you guys are feeling lack of motivation right now in this time, please feel free to share that I am not alone, because you know what? It's okay. Like, I just have to remind myself that this happens, and I will get through whatever rut I'm feeling like I'm in. And then eventually I'm going to look back at those days and be like, yep, that was the time when I really wasn't feeling like myself. But yeah, so my birthday is July 12th, and I don't know. It's gonna be just a normal day for me. My husband is going to be here for a few minutes, and then he's gonna be gone again for July 12th. So that's how I'm gonna spend my birthday. But yeah, and then I think my very first day back at work, just to work part-time at least, is going to be July 13th. So you guys, we are gonna see how July brings. We're just still rocking this planner, even though I feel like I'm failing. But I do want to share with you guys, for those of you guys who have questioned about my B6 full year common planner, this is a fail. I'll tell you right now, it was a fail. This, turned out super cute. I loved this. I never even wrote my name in it. And then I did my goals list here. I've been failing at my 12-year videos. Pay off my car, I did that. Learn how to make sourdough bread, I did that. 1 year breastfeeding, nope, I was not able to do that. Family photos, we did sort of get those ones, but I want like professional ones done maybe. And I did get 500 subscribers on Kylie's Life Lately channel. So thank you guys for all of you that subscribed. Get a water softener put in. We have yet to do that. We got another vehicle for Gage, and I tried to do some landscaping. Journal every day in my common planner. Nope, I've been failing at that, and I have been failing at my 5-year journal. That is even more sad than this. So, and yeah, I've failed at my habit tracking or whatever this was going to be for me. And I failed at my monthlies. There's like nothing in here. I have not used my weeklies, as you can see. And we get into like like a wish list for myself. I did not do groceries. Obviously that changes, and I jumped right in this right away. This was like an order tracker. Sorry, I don't feel like sharing my order tracker here, but yeah, that was a fail. My savings challenge has been failing. I don't really know if I don't even know. And then my video tracker, monthly chores, a shopping list. Like, I had good intentions behind this extra planner and like having this be my swatch book as well for new washi. But as you can see, it's just, yeah, I don't know. And then I'm trying to think of my top 10 favorite plants for 2024. These are going to be like common plants, and it's just, yeah. And then I started writing down the recipe for sourdough, and yeah, then I just wrote my order for my Marshmallow Studio thing because yeah, I don't know, you guys, like, I genuinely wanted this this planner to work for me, and I did really good with my washi testing in this book, but after that, like, the pages just became blank. And yeah, I don't know. I used this as my swatch thing for my new pen or my new inks from Ferris Wheel Press. So if I ever got any more, I would continue this part. But like, you guys, this is just really sad to me because all of these empty spots will not get used unless I like tear them out and use them as like a tip-in or something. So next year I will not be purchasing a B6 because if I'm going to purchase an A5, I definitely do not need this much space in another planner. So yeah, I did keep up with my washi graveyard.
When are you gonna be done?
But that is about it. You guys, I thought I'd give you guys a little update on my B6 because it's really been a sad little journal slash, just spot to throw things down. So I will continue to use the pages as I need them, but as far as like keeping up with any sort of yearly stuff like monthlies or things like that, this is just not the planner that I'm going to continue with. So I may or may not consider something like an A6 for next year, just so that I can take something a lot smaller with me to, like, doctor's appointments, those kind of things. So I would have like a very mini version. But yeah, the B6 is not going to be coming with me for next year. I do like the size of it from my last year's B6. I did the Aura-Stell B6, but this year was just mainly my common plan or my A5, and I really like my A5. But if my planning like this continues to go downhill, maybe I will do the B6 instead, because it will give me just enough space to still put pictures down if I want to, but I will have an easier time keeping up with daily journals because it'll be a lot smaller. It won't feel so daunting to fill out. But yeah, so I guess stay tuned to see how well the rest of my year turns out in this planner. I'm glad I still have a little bit more time to decide whether or not I'm going to go with an A5 or a B6. But for now, I still love the size of this planner, and it would be hard to go back to B6. So thank you so much for tuning into my video for today. I am sorry that this video was long awaited, and yeah, you know what? I feel bad, but this is what's going on with my life, and if you guys are here for me and my life lately, then you're gonna get everything from the raw and the hard to, the hard to handle stuff. So yeah, this is the chunk that we're dealing with right now. So we still have plenty of days to go because we're still just halfway through the year, but this baby is getting pretty thick. So I am loving her, and if you guys have the same planner, let me know in the comments down below if you guys are loving yours too. Anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!